All right, all right, all right. Good morning, everybody. 1 hour. Welcome back to another episode of Jmmi and Koggc Apostle DavidETaylor Exposed. I will be your host for the next hour, Richard Holmes. And today, what we're going to talk about is how David, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, all right? You taking this whole thing to court right now, okay? You trying to lie to the courts that you didn't retain the lawyers and using some fucking bullshit technicality, David, let me tell you something, it's not going to work. I don't know how much more clear we can be about this with you, David. This little glitch that you're trying to hold up with the courts, it's not going to work. Why would it? You think that holding up the courts, David, you think that the judge is going to be happy about you shafting the lawyers? Think about that for 1 second when you go to court, David. Think about that before you do your next filing. Think about it before you send your lawyer to do something dumb. Okay? Because this memo saying they're supporting facts to dismiss this motion, there's no supporting facts, David. Lawyers are really good at what they do. David, how are you going to take away, David, honestly, like how are you going to take away? You're going to say, hey, I want you to take away the first 3 counts, right? Your Honor, I want you to take away the first 3 counts, but hey, count 4 that proves everything that I'm Jmmi, Koggc, and the entire operation, I want you to leave that count there, okay? Don't worry about that one, just drop the first 3. David, these lawyers and these judges, they typically know each other, okay? They typically know each other, and the judge is most likely on a first-name basis with some of these lawyers. Do you not get that? Hey, good morning, Rachel Bone. How you doing today? Good morning, good morning. We're going for 1 hour. And this is to the St. Louis judges and the lawyers and everybody up there, because this is going to go to a jury trial if they don't pay the bill. It's going to go to a jury trial, okay? And then David will then lie to the jury. David, you don't want to lie to the jury. Yeah, David doesn't like wind either because he'll blow his fucking jerry curls off his head. But we're talking about the court case, Uncle Jake, and how David basically, hey Janelle, good morning. David is lying. This memo, David, is basically you're calling the courts a liar. You're calling the lawyers liars. I mean, some lawyers they're fucking thieving liars. But you're basically telling the court, fuck you. This never happened. This case never happened. I never worked with these lawyers. I never wanted these lawyers. But David, the fact of the matter is there's processes here that show you have the attorneys, okay? And this is a last ditch effort. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get hit. And David will say, oh, look, I made the hurricane switch tracks, everybody. Okay, look at the clouds from the hurricane. Oh, look at the tabernacle. Oh, over Florida. Look at the hurricane. I made it switch places. Fuck out of here, David. No, you didn't. And so, I was talking some of y'all offline here. What do you guys think? You think David has insurance on these locations? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You think David has insurance, active insurance policies on these properties? I don't because they weren't done through conventional methods. Perfect Winnie the Pooh day. I call it a Goonies day. Okay, so you don't think they're paying insurance? I don't think they are either. I don't think they are either, Rachel Bone. Well, by law, yeah, you're required to. But remember, this isn't a conventional mortgage. You got to remember that, Lord Pender. This isn't a conventional mortgage. You got this through a fucking loan shark, bro. Not a conventional bank. This is a balloon mortgage. I would like to think that somewhere in that contract, they wrote in, hey, you have to maintain insurance and all the dues and the fees. But let's be clear about this. David most likely isn't doing that. Yeah, he didn't borrow from a bank. Man. Those rules don't apply when you don't borrow from banks. I have to carry insurance because I borrowed from a bank. I have to by law. If I don't, the bank will just take my house from me or they'll put a lien on it or some shit until I get insurance. But I have to carry insurance by law. I'm actually going to start shopping for new insurance this year to see if I can get a better deal. But yeah, he has to carry insurance. He has to carry insurance, right? Now, if he's not paying his lawyers, right, how is he going to pay insurance? That's where I'm at with all this. He's not paying his lawyers, which tells me he's not paying his insurance. Because if he was paying his lawyers, he'd be paying his insurance. But the people he's dealing with are stupid. Look who they're dealing with, LP. Like they're dealing with David. If you're dealing with David, you're dumb. If you're doing work with David, if you're exchanging money with David, I think so. Yeah, I would think so. But they could show the proof and then cancel it. Be like, yeah, we have proof, and then fucking cancel it. It's easy, dude. It's easy. You can show proof and then cancel it. But I would think that HOA is going to require strict proof. But again, look who David is. He thinks the rules don't apply to him. That's why he does the things he does. That hotel, I guarantee, is not insured. A year was $195. Okay, so your HOA doesn't care as long as you pay your dues. Okay. Uncle Jake says his doesn't care as long as they pay the dues. Jonathan Doe, these aren't traditional mortgages. We got to remember that. With these houses, these aren't traditional mortgages, everybody. These aren't traditional mortgages. He can't get a bank loan. No bank loans for David. No traditional mortgages here. So he has probably the ability to fucking cancel insurance and not have insurance on any of these places. Be dumb. Be dumb. He's not borrowing from traditional banks. That's what we got to remember in all this, right? That's why he's not paying his lawyers. Memorandum supporting David. You want the judge to dismiss the case because of some paperwork? Come on, dude. Really? That's what you're scrounging for now. Oh, it says Jmmi on the paperwork, not Koggc, so there's no proof that we retained you. Yeah, Big Will. Those properties have no sort of public liability insurance. That's why he's doing this madness. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. That property down in Texas, it's not insured. That Houston property, not insured, man. He has no occupancy license, no insurance to cover anybody if something happens. Mm-mm. No way. And that's part of David doing these shady deals, right? That's part of David doing these shady deals with shady people. He cuts corners by doing shady deals. Then he could undercut like the insurance companies, say fire inspectors, marshals, shit like that, right? By doing these shady deals with shady loan companies, because then he's not bound to certain laws because of who he's doing business with. Oh yeah, tax evasion. Yeah, tax evasion, man. Yep. Who's his bottom feeders, aka his leaders? They got to, yeah. You're right, and Janelle, this is tax evasion. This is how you do tax evasion. We've been saying, I just sent out a fraud report to the IRS just before I started this stream today. I just got done sending in another fraud report. Letting them know that, hey, we are still paying attention. Here's another report. We want you guys to stop this organization. We're the taxpayers. We're paying very close attention. You have given us the means. We are doing that. Now do your job. Yeah, exactly. There's no exit plan. There's no exit plan. They don't know how many people are in there. No, I don't. I'm guessing there's about 60 people in there. That's what my guess is. I guess about 60 people. There's 63 rooms. I guess there's about that many people. Close to. Okay. Close to. Some of them we don't see on camera because there's kids. Yep. Yeah, there's no manifest. There's no manifest of who's at that hotel. We don't know. Hey, real Ken, good morning. Get a better job, Ken. Get a better job.
He's a font of misplaced rage. Name your cliche. Mother held him too much or not enough. Last picketed kickball, late night sneaky uncle, whatever. Now he's so angry. Moments of levity actually cause him pain. Gives him headaches. Happiness for that gentleman hurts.
Why do you got Buddy Christ from Dogma as your pick? What pick? Where on the website? Buddy Dogma? Yeah, I don't think any of the fire alarms are inspected. None of this. Exactly. LP, again, back to him not paying his lawyers. If he's not paying his lawyers, do we think he's having these inspections done? Fuck no. Fuck no. And that Dogma buddy pick, it's part of Larissa. It's part of our merch store. It's our merch store. It's a face swap with DavidETaylor and one of Uncle Jake. He put it on a Buddy Jesus's face, and we made a meme out of it. Oh yeah, LP. I send out a request to code compliance every day too for Houston Fire Marshal, bro. I've done one. I've done some Crime Stoppers. I sent the FM his own rule book. Yeah. But yeah, Larissa, it's just it's a meme. It's a meme. So yeah, take it or leave it. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah, it's fucking funny. Dog was fucking funny as shit, man. I laugh my ass off. The shit demon. That's what David is. He's the Algonquin shit demon. He takes a can of air freshener and sprays him. It's like, oh, right on, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Right on. We talk about religious cults here, man. That's what we do. Religious cults. We did a face swap on it, and right now, what we're talking about is this cult leader. He's been sued, right, out of multiple courts, multiple states. He's been sued. He's now saying, going back to the same court he was just sued out of, and telling the courts that he never retained the attorneys, and it's all technicality, it's all paperwork. Basically saying, oh well, it says this on the paperwork, not this. But they're gonna look at it and be like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. This was you because we have all the filings right here saying, yes, these were all filed in support of you. So now this fucking piece of shit's trying to say, oh, I never had any lawyers. Jesus is my lawyer. Yeah, man. Yep. That's what I said. I said, oh, I'm dead serious, Larissa Stone. I'm dead fucking serious. Yeah, well, hit that like and subscribe, man. I'm not even fucking with you. Check this out. This cult leader is in for $500,000 just in legal fees right now, and it's getting bigger. Those fees are getting bigger that we know of, okay? Well, I'm not even counting what he owes the other side that's suing him right now for the fees that he owes $350,000 on. So we got two cases out of two separate jurisdictions. One's out of St. Louis, one's out of Florida. All right, the one out of Florida, $108,000 he owes. The one out of St. Louis, $350,000. Now that's $458,000 by my brain. Okay, and I fucking suck at math, and so now, at the same time during this, he's had two liens put on one property because he wasn't paying his fucking contractors. Now those two liens total $26,000. Now by my math, that is $500,000. He is in for $500,000 in legal fees and 25 or 26 in liens. Okay? Stupidity is more plentiful than oxygen. Have a good day. Thanks, Dan. It is. It is. And we're sitting back here. We've deconstructed this cult. You're new to the channel, so welcome. I'll give you a rundown of what we're doing. We've deconstructed this cult for the last 4.5, 5 years almost. Tax fraud, tax evasion, money laundering, prostitution, human trafficking, the worst parts of any kind of organized criminal fucking enterprise. Take your pick. It is all here with this one cult. You got 3 different tax IDs. One of them revoked. They got the name on a fucking building down in Houston at a hotel, and they're calling it a fucking church. No, Ray Taylor, I think he's broke. I think he's flat fucking broke. Honestly, who doesn't pay their lawyers, man? Holy shit. Hey, man, if you're gonna fuck somebody over, you'd probably be better over... fuck over the judge, man. Walk in, tell the judge to fuck off, okay? Do that instead. You'd be better off. You don't fuck over the lawyers, man. You don't take lawyers for their money and for their services, David, because now you know what? You have lawyers that know the legal system that are now going after their money. They don't give a shit, David. They're going to bury you in assets. They're going to bury you, dude. This case will be the end of you. There is no settlement. There is no, oh, we'll make payments and do this and that. No. the judge is gonna, whenever you decide to appear and whenever you make that first appearance to court, the judge is gonna look at you, and she is gonna just have a fucking field day, man. I find it hard to believe the courts are even allowing it to go on this long. I can't believe St. Louis courts haven't already filed some kind of motion about David. Being like, you know what? I want all his assets held, everything frozen, no money can be moved. But it's civil, so I don't know if that can happen. If it was criminal, it would. If this was a criminal case and say like the federal government was involved, like the IRS, they'd freeze all his assets, be like, don't you sell, buy, or anything. Now, what David can't do in all this, I'm with you, Janelle. I think so too. I think they could be. I really do. Because now the judge knows this is coming into their courts. I'm sure she's going to do some research on it, be like, okay, what's this again? Like, why are we here with this? And she's going to look at everything and she's going to be like, oh shit, yeah. A couple weeks ago, he's now doing reruns of reruns again. I think that's what she'll do. She's going to tell him, you're going to sell this house and you're going to sell this house and you're going to liquidate this asset and you're going to do it right away. And until then, the judge has the final say in all this. Hey, good morning, lead tracker. Hit that like and subscribe. We're talking about DavidETaylor is lying to the St. Louis judge and lawyers about the fees. David, what this memo says is that you didn't hire lawyers for Koggc, David. You are Koggc. You are Jmmi. You are Marvels in America World Healing. On the case connect, David, on the initial petition, again, I'll read. Let me get down to case one, the counts 1, 2, and 3. Count 1 is breach of contract, okay? Count 2, unjust enrichment, and count 3, quantum merit, okay? That's for only homestead, and how the hell the mansion's owned by a church. Well, the mansions are incorporated. They're a business, technically. The mansions are now a business. Catch my drift, LP? It's 15400 is incorporated. Kingdom of God Global Church Incorporated. 15400 Tim Page is listed as a business location. Oh, the feds will seize it all. They'll take it all. The feds will seize every fucking asset, just like they're going to do with P. Diddy. P. Diddy assets, guess what? Gone. P. Diddy's entire empire, gone. Done, over with. All that money, gone, seized, going back to the government. P. Diddy, he probably has money set aside somewhere for this, but... Exactly. He's going to say that Kingdom of God Global Church was on the hook for the legal fees. And they'd be like, fuck no, this is all you. Piercing the corporate veil, David, why didn't you have him just take that off? Nah, I think she's still hunkered down in Tampa. She's going to hunker down there because it's a double gated property, bro. You got to get in through a main gate, through security, and then you have a gate to get into the property, dude. That's a hard point. Catch my drift, LP. That's a hard point. It would be hard. It wouldn't be hard for somebody to get in, but it would be difficult. Yep. Hey, all you cult members, man, this is real. This is real what we're talking about. You guys think this is all a joke. David's lying. How does an apostle lie to the court? Yeah, she's using the last name Lynn in Tampa. Yeah, so she's using the last name Lynn in Tampa. The helper rats will abandon ship at the very last moment. Yep. Yeah, call shelters, homeless shelters, treatment centers if you need one. There's women's shelters if you have kids. I mean, you guys, this isn't a joke. What we're talking about here is very, very real, cult members. Yep. Michelle's using multiple aliases in multiple states, man. What does that tell you guys? Count 4, piercing the corporate veil. Plaintiff alleges and incorporates by references as fully set forth here in preceding paragraphs of this petition. Upon information and belief, DavidETaylor controlled Jmmi and Koggc, this was not merely majority or complete stock control, but rather complete domination. Hey, take away count 1 through 3, but hey, you know what? Fuck count 4 that says I'm everything. How are you going to go in there, David, and defend that? You're going to go in there and lie to the judge? You're lying to your lawyers? I mean, come on. You're paying your lawyers to go lie to the judge. Really? Where's David? It's all him, exactly. And Ray Taylor, that's what it says right here on count 4, piercing the corporate veil. He's all of it. Yeah. Yep. Like Janelle's saying, cult members, some places will pick you up, call a trusted family member. He has a board now on paper. Yeah, he has a board now. Susan, David, Michelle, Joshua, and Angel Jones. Those are the 5 people on the board. I think Susan's on the board because David's baby mama is Ashley. Yep. Joseph, Michelle, and Susan Altman, Josh Taylor, and Angel. Yeah. Those 5 people, they all go down. Whoever signed paperwork for this place is going down. Joseph, you're going down too. Joseph, let me tell you something. You're a real piece of shit, man. I know what you did. I know what you did, you fucker. You're disgusting, Joseph. I know who the fuck you think you are. Fucking cuck. Joseph, you're a disgusting fucking pig, filthy fucking cock gobbler. Joseph, when all this happens, you're going to be a fucking pillow biting little bitch in prison, dude. That's what you're going to be. You're going to be cleaning David's shitty underwear. Yeah. If they forged any names, I guarantee David's going to try to say the name. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Hey, Susan, you can have the Nelly mansion and the title for the $5 million. Yeah. That's the thing. This is all Rico. This is all Rico. He's using Susan. Exactly. He's using Susan. David's fucking up other people's credit. David's fucking up other people's credit. I'm curious how he's going to pay all these legal fees, man. $500,000 in legal fees. Can you guys believe that? Think about that. $500,000. Yep. Yeah. See, this is why it's all going to go down as Rico. Yep. Y'all need to, you members need to get together and file a class action lawsuit. There's one here. Yep. Yep. Inmates want good personal hygiene. They won't put up with tampons, David. Okay? They won't put up with maxi pads. So, David, how do you defend this in court? How do you go in and say, it wasn't me, it was Jmmi that I retained? Good for you, Trip 9. Good for you. Keep going, bro. Keep going. Keep going, bro. Yep. Metal Force says, David ruined his credit down to the 500. Now it's above 7. Good for you, bro. Fuck you, David. See what happens, cult members? See what happens when you get away from this? See what happens? Yeah, David's son's going to go down too. Josh Taylor, you're a director on the board here. Where's the money? He could be funneling it to his son's bank account. You guys, there's huge wire crimes. There's huge wire fraud going on here. There is an extensive amount of... Oh, man, I don't even want to know how many bank accounts he's jumping the money through. And I know he's doing it. I know David's doing it. That's how he does this. He jumps the money through multiple bank accounts to keep it off the banks, to keep it off the church's books. He's got money floating through other accounts. And probably not people on the board. People not on the board. It could be other cult members. Yep. Yep. They still have 1302 Wild Horse Meadows as a filing. It's such bullshit. Yeah, and that's what they do, Ray. They try to hide it behind the 501c3, right? And that's what we figured out. You can't do that. You can't do that. If they're 501c3, they have to be transparent, man. I don't give a fuck what they think. They have to be transparent. Yeah. Yep. Like Lee Tracker says, we're here spending time. We want to help you guys. We get nothing from this. I'm not even fucking Christian cult members. I don't go to church. I get nothing from this. I have fun with the community and exposing the fucking corruption, yeah. because at this point, this organization is no longer a church. It is a organized criminal activity gang. Yep. Imagine that. Michelle's using an address that the cult doesn't own as her address on her license. Unless she had lived for 3 years, he screwed us all. He convinced her to sign some bullshit, her own son. Yep. Yeah, and Angel Jones, you know where she's at? She's down in the hotel in Houston. Angel Jones is at the fucking hotel in Houston. That's exactly where she's at. Angel Jones, that's not her address. It's the hotel in Houston. She's there. I saw her on the video. She's there. Again, this is how you set up a human trafficking operation. You keep the fucking trail off. You give different addresses to everybody. That is one of the signs of human trafficking. Different addresses. They don't have addresses listed. David, pay your lawyers. David, this case, let me tell you something. You taken this to case, and this is a jury trial, David. This organization, they are demanding a jury trial. Okay? This is a jury trial. Unless you somehow settle it and you pay these lawyers upfront cash in hand, this isn't going to go away, David. This isn't going to go away. And I'm surprised. I wonder if it's ever going to hit the federal docket. 15,400, 17,329, 18,205. Man. No. Oh, a jury will bury him. Yeah. And the thing is, Janelle, is when you go to a jury, they stick to the maximums. They don't ever go with the minimums. Yep. Yep. No way. No way. No way. Ray, these lawyers, they're not going to settle for less cash. Fuck no. They want their money. Dude, they served him. They defended him in court. These lawyers are going to be like, hey, just give us half. No fucking way. We want every fucking cent you owe us. Lawyers don't settle. Not on services rendered, my guy. Nope. Yep, give it time, man. Give it time. The judge hasn't even met with them yet. I'm sure this judge is gonna be fucking livid, you guys. Yeah, they want their money plus interest. They're not gonna, Ray, they're not gonna settle, man. Hey guys, out in space, good morning. Hit that like. We're talking about DavidETaylor lying to the judges and lawyers up in St. Louis County, 21st Circuit Court, man. Cool. Oh, I'm a confused walrus. Oh, man. Anyways, cool. Right on. I was commenting on this guy's channel, like, Rode made this new thing, and it's just like a glorified Stream Deck, and everybody's like, it's a glorified Stream Deck. It's a video switcher. So it's an external fucking hard drive that switches videos. Okay, big fucking deal. $1,200. $1,200. Rode made this new fucking piece of equipment, and it's just like, everybody's like, oh, it's so great, and honestly, it's nothing fucking special. That's just my opinion. And I'm giving people my honest opinion, and everybody seems to get fucking butthurt about it. Like, okay, you don't like what I have to say, don't fucking reply, dude. I'm calling it for like I see it. Like, oh, Stream Deck, it doesn't do this, this, and this. Is like, okay, but yeah. Oh, the African bees, they're good. They're good. It got cold here. It got a little chilly here last night. Not freezing or anything, but the temperature dropped. So they're probably going to start switching gears now. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Lord Pender, he's going to have to pay the lawsuit plus fees and more, plus the other side. Plus the other side that's suing him now, right? plus the other side that's suing him. We have filings starting since May. We're going into what? June, July, August. That's 4 months of filings on each side. Oh, it was so bitching this morning. I walked outside. I was like, fuck yeah, cool weather finally. Where's the lobster, guys? Chris, put the lobster on the camera. Put the fucking lobster on the camera. I can see David doing that. Put the fucking lobster on the camera. It puts the lobster on the camera. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Yeah, he's a wolf devouring sheep. Yeah. So, yeah. What do you think is going to happen when Judge finally sees all David's mess? You know what? It's not a criminal case out in space, right? It's not criminal, okay? It's not criminal, but the judge could very well hold him in contempt. The judge could very well hold him in contempt and be like, Mr. Taylor, you will pay every single dime to these lawyers, and I'm giving you till this time, and if you don't, this is what's going to happen. The judge has the final say. The judge is the one with the gavel, not David. The judge is going to have the final say in all of this. Hey, good morning, Daniela. Good morning, good morning. Sending it, he pushed me, man. Like a roadcaster 8M. Or anything else on the network that will listen. A stream deck is not a video switcher. It has no video inputs. Has no capability to stream, even though the name might stream it otherwise. Check notes. I love it, dude. Netherlands in the heezy. But yeah, so David, the judge, I mean, the judge could hold him in contempt, man. Yeah, and there's new shirts in the merch store. You guys wanted the God Gonna Get You, man? And I made it, man. Hey, what's up, Leonard Perez? What up, what up? There's the God Gonna Get You shirts right there. And I think you could switch colors and shit, too. So if you have a different color, you could switch the colors out, all right? So... Put the lobster on the camera. Yeah, I don't know how we could do a lobster shirt. That would be a good one, though, I think, Chris. That'd be fucking funny, bro. That'd be funny. That would be funny. That's proprietary. Be like it's proprietary. But yeah, out in space, the judge ultimately has the final say in all of this, really. She does, because out in space, the judge is going to know these lawyers. And the judge is going to most likely pull the filings and all the motions from the previous case and look at everything and be like, fucking yeah, right, Mr. Taylor. You coming in here with these frivolous claims that these people didn't represent you is absolutely insane. You owe them every dime plus interest. I suggest you pay them, or I will hold you in contempt. I will hold you whatever I can. The judge could throw the max at him. Even though it's civil, there are still civil maximums for these kind of cases, right? Especially this kind of money. This is a lot of money. This kind of money, dude, they're on our merch store. They're on our merch store, man. They're on our merch store. I just made some new ones too. Hang on. Let me get you the links. Hold up. Here's our merch store. Give me a second. I could do Be More Pacific. Yep. I can do that. Yep. I think I just did some other kind of collection stuff too. Yeah. There's Axe Michelle. Yeah, no. I got one where it's Dave going. That's my favorite one, dude. Oh yeah, no. I put some new merch up yesterday. If he doesn't pay up in time, he could, dude. Whatever the law will allow. Honestly, whatever the law will allow, bro. That's how judges work. The judge cannot add to or take away from the law. The judge has to enforce. That's it. The judge is going to look at what's allowed by law and be like, okay, I can hold you with this, Mr. Taylor. It's all up to the law, honestly. And the judge is the one to enforce it, Trip 9. But again, this is a lot of fucking money, dude. Not only is he being sued by another lawyer, he's being sued for not paying lawyers. It's a double whammy right now. It's a double whammy. Paying two lawyers. Interest, it's like one lawyer's being paid to sue somebody who didn't pay his lawyers. He's gaining interest on both sides. It's exponential, the amount of money that's being dumped into this case right now. And David's just like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and ask for an extension. I can't believe it, man. He's asking for an extension. Right from the get-go. Oh, we need an extension. David. How much money is he in for right now? Combined? Let's just say with the St. Louis case, he's probably hovering at $375 now. Close to $400. With all these filings and stuff, absolutely. Every filing that his lawyer does and every filing that the other lawyer does, he's getting charged for. So he's getting charged twice. Every time, David, when the lawyer that's trying to serve you goes out and tries to serve you, guess what? You're getting charged for that. You're getting charged for that. You're getting charged on both sides. You're getting charged every time your lawyer reads an email. You're getting charged every time your lawyer sends a text message. You're getting charged every time that lawyer sends an email, if he sends a text message. Yeah. Let him dig his hole deeper. Members leave. Cult members, listen. David is digging a very, very deep hole. It's deep already. It's $500,000 deep in legal fees. That's not just the overhead that he has to account for to keep you guys fed, keep you guys housed, keep the lights on, keep the water running. If you cult members are wondering why it's like kind of ground zero in there right now, it's for a good reason. It's because David is fucking broke and he's not paying his lawyers. I mean, you cult members, what's it say in the Bible about paying your lawyers? Yep. Nope. Uncle Jake said that David lost the retainer for Tulsa. Yep. I don't think David. You know what's funny? LP, that was probably one of the baddest ass fucking law firms in America, and they fucking wouldn't even talk to me. Yeah, no, the judgment, it should only be good for the state it's in, right? And David, the thing is I am still working on pressing civil and criminal charges against you, okay? For what you've done with the death threats. I'm not letting that go. I have the proof. And I've sent it over to a lot of lawyers, David. And they're all telling me, yeah, you should file a claim. You should take him to court over this. Yeah. Well, it's good. Yeah. But it also says pay your workers what they're worth, right? You need to pay your employees, David. You can't. Yeah, the judgment will only be good in Florida. Yeah. But they'll put liens on his property. They'll put liens on it. That's how this will all end. David will end up with liens. It says pay your bills, David. In the Bible, it says pay your bills. Pay your workers. Pay the people what they're worth. Don't stiff them. Don't lie to them. Don't be a thief. Because that's what you're doing. This is all theft by deception, right? You have these people down in, hey, good morning, Asha. How you doing today? Yep. Yeah, if it's federal district, yeah, it'll extend out. I think you're right on that, LP. Like, this case is federal, so it'll extend out. I don't know, LP. I don't think so. Based off what I was told, no, I don't think so. I think it's going to stay right and civil, dude. But the judge, you know what though, LP? If the judge sees fraud, if she sees criminal activity, it's her job to pass it up, dude. It is her job to pass it up to the next court and be like, okay, there's something going on here that is out of my jurisdiction. I'm going to pass this up to the next court. We'll see once the judge meets with both sides. Hey, Biotech, good morning, man. We're talking about DavidETaylor lying to the judges and the lawyers up in St. Louis. saying it seems like Rico. Seems like Rico. He's all, hey, Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. He's really funny guy, Uncle Rico. And it does. You see, that's what we've been saying. It smells like Rico, right? Smells like Rico. I don't know if he's being charged storage fees. I don't know if he's being charged storage fees or not. I would think that they did. I don't know. I don't know if he got charged for those storage fees. I would hope so, man. God, what a mess he's created over multiple jurisdictions. This was the goal all along. But eventually, David, the house of card crumbles, you know? It does. You can't carry on this scam for this long. Eventually the cards are all gonna fall. 4,000 a month. For what? 4,000 a month for what, Ray Taylor? Makes extend around Florida. I don't know what you're referring to though. The 4,000 a month. Oh yeah, it's 4,000 a month. Yeah, for storage. Yeah, exactly. The longer he keeps the case going, the more the rates are gonna go up. The more money he's gonna have to pay. Hey, Asha, check our merch store. We just put new merch up. Okay. No, we made it. We made a new one. Hang on, where's it at? Right here. Check it out. Everybody asks, hey, can you do a God Go and Get You? It's like, yeah, sure. Fuck it, do it. Here you go. Check it out. Any updates on the Florida property? No. No, that's going before the equalization board. He could, Dave. He could, LP. I don't know, man. Are these people allowed to have their phones? Yeah, they have phones, but they're all monitored. If the cult found out that somebody had a personal phone, they'd probably get fucking like reprimanded and shit like that. Yep. Yeah. Out in space. Dude. Out in space. You think about this just with the St. Louis case. Okay? Just with the St. Louis case. Money is being spent on both sides. Money is gaining on both sides. One, for the case he's not paying, and two, for, hey, what up, Doc? What's up, Doc? It's, yeah, internet's restricted, phones are restricted, calls are restricted, everything. It's full information control here. Absolutely. David has to control all the information coming in and out of this place. If you cult members, listen up. This is really important. If you guys are scared of getting out of there, call 911. Okay? Immediately. If you're trying to get out of there and you're being threatened with harm or whatever, or they're using coercion or some sort of fear tactic to scare you, call 911. That is not okay. They can't keep you there with fear and intimidation and coercion and fraud and blackmail, which he's most likely doing to a lot of you. Most likely, a good portion of these cult members, check it out, are there because David has something on them. And they don't want that getting out to the public. But David, that's David's whole get down. Get everything about everybody and use it against them. Quick, what's the number for 911? So that's been kind of the goal. Here's to find everything out about David and use it all against him like he does to his cult members. So that's what we've done here. We've found everything out about him and we're now using it against him. So cult members, get out. Jenny Janiak, get out. I can't be much more clear on this, Jenny. Yep. Threatening the families? Yeah. He could be threatening the families. Absolutely. And you know, I've gotten emails from they asking if David is ever trying to like track my family or anything like that. I was like, no. I was like, if he did, it wouldn't end well because my family's armed. We're all armed. So, if David ever tried to fucking follow my family or something, it wouldn't go well either. Okay? And anybody, if David has tried to coerce you to come to my fucking house and try to threaten me, Let me tell you something. Don't fucking do it. Okay. Good morning, Irie Dread. How you doing today? Go about 15 more minutes. So yeah, we're talking about David's lying to the lawyers in the courts up in St. Louis, which he's always done and he's very good at. He's been doing it. And if the lawyers on both sides don't work together, nobody's going to get paid in this. They just need to start taking his assets from him. Start taking his houses. And the thing is the county records are going to show that David did have the money to pay these fees and that he didn't. The judge would be like, Mr. Taylor, it looks like you had a lot of money to buy all these properties. Why didn't you pay the lawyers? Because Koggc. Yeah, I don't know why they aren't seeing this fraudulent behavior, man. I really don't. I don't know why they aren't seeing this fraudulent behavior. This is... The lawyers are being defrauded. The judges, the courts, the jury. And like Janelle said, juries, they don't like being fucked over, David. If they find out you're full of shit, man, you're fucked. You're fucked. Janelle said they hold juries, David, when you go to a jury trial, let me tell you something. You just better plead guilty and take the guilty charge and pay them, okay? Don't fucking plead not guilty and take the jury trial because, David, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. How do you expect the judge to believe any of this? I mean, David, we don't believe it. You think the judge is going to believe you? The lawyers, David, they're going to have a really nice way of picking you apart, man. They know all the legal terms and jargon, David, and now they're working off sheer willpower to get their money back. That's it. You not get that? You not get that, David? These people are just working off sheer willpower now to get their money back. That's all they want. They just want to be paid as they should. David, that would be like me coming to your fucking shitty hotel and cleaning the windows and you not paying me, dude. How do you do that? You hire people and then don't pay them. That sounds like a thief to me. That sounds like a sin. Thou shalt not steal, right? Thou shalt not steal, David. Why are you stealing from these contractors? Why are you taking their money and running? That's my question, David. In my book, that's theft. That's theft. That's like shoplifting, but worse. I mean, you're stealing thousands of dollars. If I walk in and steal a candy bar, David, I get arrested. I'd get fucking arrested, man. For a fucking candy bar. Not paying for a fucking candy bar at a store. But you can shaft these lawyers out of close to $500,000 and be like, not a biggie. I don't need to pay them. Why would I pay these guys? They just spent 4 years representing me. I don't need to pay them. Fuck them. Fuck them. They didn't do their job. I lost. Fuck them. I don't need to pay them. Instead, I'm going to go out and buy all these properties and fucking shove it in their fucking face. Be like, haha, I had the money and I bought these properties instead. God gonna get you, David. God gonna get you, David. God gonna get you, DavidETaylor. If God's gonna get me, he's gonna get you too, okay? So I think we're pretty on the same playing field here, David. Anybody got any questions with regards to this case, man? Anything. I'm going to go and start wrapping it up because I'm going to go work in my yard today. It's nice outside. It's not fucking 5,000 degrees. Does anybody have any questions with regards to David's case? Anything. This case isn't going to go well for him. I mean, David, $500,000 in fees, legal fees combined, and liens are legal fees. Okay, you owe those people money. That's a legal lien. Okay, that's the courts placing a financial lien a construction lien, a mechanic lien on your property, okay? And those aren't going away. Okay, those liens aren't going to go away, David. Don't think, unless you pay them, that's the only time they'll go away, David, okay? Keep that in mind. So pay your liens. Oh, shit. Let's see here. Unless you find yourself suing them for the loss of $5 million. Yeah. I just got an email from one of the channel subscribers here. David's taking advantage of her, replacing her upfront services for travel. Yeah, Susan. Chris is in the evacuation zone, but he's not going anywhere. David's all, because you know what, Chris, I'm going to switch the hurricane, and it's going to go left instead of right. Because I got my floaties. He's I got my arm floaties, everybody. David's all, I don't need floaties because I'm a fucking walrus, and it'll be my natural habitat, okay? The tidal surge, no problem, natural habitat, right up to my fucking beachfront property at 706 Wissando de Avila, okay? So yeah, man, that's kind of it with David's new case. It's an absolute mess, everybody. And I hope these lawyers can finally see through the bullshit and stop dicking around with these people and just hold them for what they're liable for. Tax evasion, fraud, money laundering, human trafficking, prostitution. If we were doing this, we'd all be arrested already. Have our houses taken away, be thrown in jail, prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But like we always talk about, once you bring God into the mix, I guess it's all cool, man, and you're allowed to do it. And I don't think the judge is going to let this one go on for 4 years, Curly. I really don't. I hope not. I really hope not. I hope the judge says, no, this case is done and over with. Mr. Taylor, pay him. You did retain them. No. I hope the judge does that. I hope the judge does just that. Says, nope, Mr. Taylor, you pay him. Here's the dockets. I see all the entries. You did use them for retainment, or you did retain them. And there's all the proof is here that you are the same person. We got the tax filings, we got the address, we got the names. You're all the same person, Mr. Taylor. Pay these people. And I want them paid in 30 days. Or else, Mr. Taylor, we're going to start garnishing your money. We're going to put liens on your properties. And once it's are liens, you have to pay the lien first. I'm not sure if you have to pay the liens first or if the liens get paid when the property's sold. I wouldn't know because I've never had a fucking lien on my property. God, David. Tell the judge that he can't afford to pay them. Yeah. I could see that. Sorry, Your Honor, I can't pay him. All my money's tied up in property. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll sell one of your properties. Which one do you want to sell, Mr. Taylor? Well, none of them. Well, you don't have a choice now, Mr. Taylor. You absolutely need to sell one of these properties because you have defrauded these lawyers and you need to pay them. As he should. As he should, man. Honestly, David, this is the most desperate I've ever seen you. Honestly, at this point, to say this at this point, after we know that you've retained the lawyers, after we know you've gone through the court case, after we know we've tracked it, David, I was sitting in some of your court cases with you. with your lawyers, man, and they knew that. They knew that. Morning, Donna. We're talking about David lying to the judges and up in St. Louis and the courts. So yeah, he's lying to the judges, lying to the lawyers, saying I didn't retain any attorneys, and there's no proof that I did. God, he's a real dirtbag. He's such a fucking dirtbag. Like, how does one person get away with this all this time? That's what I'm curious about. How does one man get away with all this for this long? It blows my fucking mind. I wish I could get away with shit like this, don't you guys? Don't you guys wish you could start up a fake church, run a money laundering scheme, and then when the shit hits the fan, be like, oh, it wasn't me. It's not gonna fly, David. It's not gonna fly.
I was ready to kill somebody in the world. Thank God I never did, but I was ready to kill. I wasn't playing no game in the world. Thank God. In the church, you become a punk, become a sissy. A lot of these pastors, they're homosexuals, they're faggots. That's right, I said it. They need to get set free.
Damn, that was back in the day. Yeah, that was some other hate speech. Yeah. This organization, where we at? 57 minutes. All right, so 3 more minutes. Cult members, listen up. Listen up, all right? Get out. Okay? Get out. This isn't going to end good at all. It's going to end in a very aggressive and abusive manner. And anybody that's caught in the path. That was David's voice. Yeah, that was David's voice. Yeah. Hang on, let me see. Yeah, that was David.
You understand? I was ready to kill somebody in the world. Thank God I never did, but I was ready to kill. I wasn't playing no games. You come in the church, you become a punk, become a sissy. A lot of these pastors, they're homosexuals, they're faggots. That's right, I said it. They need to get set free.
That was David. Yeah. That was David. Hateful, hateful man. Hateful man. Hateful, hateful man. Yep, Mariah, Tony, Ashley, Jenny, get out while you still can. Yeah, David has to physically show up to court because he's being served. David's been served. His lawyers have been served. That's just as much as David getting served. Because the lawyers know exactly where David is. They're going to tell him, hey, you've been served and you need to fucking show up to court. If not, they're going to put a warrant out for you. And that's how it works. You don't show up to court when you've been served. Okay, where's your defendant at? Where's your client? I don't know, Judge. Well, okay, let's go and issue a warrant until we can find him. It's called a bench warrant, David. And the judge can't issue you one if she has requested you to show your fucking face up to court and present yourself before the judge. And you don't show up. Probably shouldn't do that, David. It's best for you to show up. Cult members, it's best for you guys to get out. Yeah. The judge will have to be outside to judge David because David won't fit in the building. Dressed as the Grim Reaper. No, it's just, this has to be done professionally. I don't think the judge would allow that type of shit. I wouldn't. I don't think so. David's attorney should have an engagement letter proving they've been hired. They do. There is a letter. There is an engagement letter. That's the initial exhibit, is saying, hey, here's the engagement letter. But what he's saying, look at me glow, is Jmmi was retained, not Kingdom of God Global Church. And he's saying exactly that. He's saying exactly that. Oh, it says on the letter Jmmi, not Kingdom of God Global Church. Hey, good morning, Matthew Moore. We're starting to wrap it up here. David is lying to the judges up in St. Louis. This is what this whole memo is about with the courts. I was thinking about this. He's basically lying, saying, oh, I never retained attorneys. You guys never defended me. Yeah. If David goes to jail, he will just claim Jesus wanted him there, pingo. Yeah, that's what he'll do. Yep. Exactly. You're right, Tim Langdon. That's what he would do. He would do just that. He would do just that. Be like, oh, it was Jesus wanted me here. I'm being persecuted like Jesus, so therefore I am Jesus. Fuck out of here, David. No, David, the reason you're being prosecuted is because you're committing crimes. Not you're being persecuted, it's prosecuted. There's a big difference, David. Being persecuted and prosecuted, you're going to learn those real quick, okay? Because in the end, David, you will be prosecuted. I know. He'll be like, hey, can I have a special request? I need maxi pads, okay? Because I don't wipe my ass. I don't wipe my ass, so I need maxi pads. Imagine David. Imagine being David Selly in prison, and after David is like done wiping, like fucking doing his business, he just sticks a maxi pad in. Yeah. Yeah. He'll use his imprisonment as his divine process. Exactly, Trip 9. Oh well, Jesus was in prison. Look what happened to me. Just like Jesus. The fuck out of here, David. David, you're nothing like Jesus. You never have been. You never will be. And cult members, you guys all need to realize as well, David never will be anything like Jesus. He wants to be. He wants to be. He wants to be a prophet, but I keep asking, like, what prophet sends death threats, man? And there's a comment that came across the channel that was really good. Okay, let me read this comment, okay? It's a dumbass comment, and it's from somebody called Bradford Lion Crest 7569. Okay, check this out. Jesus said to make disciples. That is what is going on here. And David has a doctorate degree in theology. No, he fucking doesn't. So he can make a Bible college. No, he can't. He just doesn't teach math or anything else like that. He teaches what people have been wanting to receive. DavidETaylor is not our mediator between us and God, but he's gone through things that everybody is learning from, and it's actually a blessing. You're very unwise to say the things you say because you don't know what we know and what we have seen. Okay, Mr. Bradford, come out and tell me what you guys have seen. Because honestly, this is just a fucking bullshit ass comment, and this is from a cult member, and it's actually a blessing. And I'm not scared either. The armed guards have nobody scared, but you yourself wouldn't want to cross my path. Okay? I watch men and women try to do me wrong in life, and I watch God take care of them. I don't have to do anything, and that's the thing that you're trying to cross here by making that mistake. So keep talking. God is more patient than you can ever be, and he'll wait until you fall. I'm patient too, Brad. Bradford Lion Crest. Yeah. Sounds like damage control to me. Sounds like damage control to me. Bradford Lion Crest. That's his channel. Is there any content up on it? Yeah. Yeah, you need to read the Bible, Bradford Lion Crest. Because what you just said there, is that the lies David is them. Yeah. Yeah. David has a theology degree? No, he doesn't. From what university? What university is his theology degree from? I would love to know. He's all it's the University of Tampax and Codex usage, okay? David, a theology degree? Highly, Highly doubt it. Matt Moore has a theology degree. Yeah, he's got a PhD from Tanzania State, right, Javi? Hey, he's got a degree from Tanzania State. Yeah, and Jesus was humble, although he did get pissed for doing the kind of shit you are doing, David. Yeah, it's an honorary doctorate. And show us the degree, David. Show us the degree. He's all, well, it's got glaze and fingerprints all over it, so I'm gonna have to order a new one. Yeah. You got a donut degree, that's for sure. It's a degree, all right, but it's a degree of dookie deacon. So, that's where we're at with this case, guys. David is lying. He's going to walk into that court and tell the judge, I never hired them. The judge is going to be like, I was texting with your point, and I'm hoping, like, she's saying she's all David's final enemy is the judge, like some Karen judge, man. Just some Karen, white Karen judge. Like, David goes in there, tries to lie to the courts, and she's going to look at him and be like, the fuck out of here. She's going to hold him to whatever she can, and she's going to make sure he's held liable for all the shit he's done. And I can't wait to see that day. Because I think that's what's going to happen with this case. This case... Sorry. This case... We have the paperwork right here. The paperwork's right here. You guys want to see? It shows David signed the paperwork. Look. Right there. There it is. Pastor DavidETaylor. Oh, I never signed that. That was a digital signature. Well, are you DavidETaylor? Yes. Okay, well, that's your signature then, Mr. Taylor. Oh, well, Michelle signed it. Well, that's your signature, Mr. Taylor. Michelle's not here. There's the paperwork right there. Right there. David can't say he didn't retain an attorney. Right there. If that portion of that $10,000 retainer isn't used, guess what, David? It'll be returned to you. But you know what? It sounds like they used all that retainer money up. So you ain't getting any of it back. Fucker. Fuckerhead. David, do you not get this, man? This is going to be your downfall, dude. Yeah, he's got the Dookie doctorate. Hey, when you come to the Scampus for the Harvest, you can get the Dookie doctorate here, okay? And it's free. All you got to do is just learn how to scam people, okay? And then you don't get anything in return. We're not even going to give you an education. So yeah, that doctorate degree, what kind of degree are people going to get out of this campus? Should have paid Rick. Should have paid Rick, you guys. David should have paid Rick. 10%, you guys. 10%. Again, Dave, that's why we're all here. Is 10%, man. You know that. Rick asked you for the 10% back, dude. Why didn't you just give it to him? Yeah, it's a dingleberry diploma. Instead of it being like David's it's gonna have all these little shitty crusty flakes all over it. Yep, it's not a recognized degree. So I don't know what y'all are trying to get out of this campus. Y'all ain't gonna get anything out of it. I mean, he can't even pay his lawyers. What do you guys expect to get out of this campus? That being said, man, y'all have a good day. Catch you on tomorrow's live stream at 7 p.m. You guys got any questions about this case? Let me know, man. Hit me up. We'll talk about it. Tomorrow, I very much would like to go ahead and do a tutorial on how to file fraud against this organization, okay? So, yeah. Any questions, hit me up, man. David, pay your lawyers. David, you want all this to stop? Pay your lawyers. That's all you have to do, David. David, if you want all this to stop right now, pay everybody. Pay everybody. Pay your lawyers, pay movie prop, pay Michelle DiCafino, which I hope you did. You better pay all your lawyers, David, because this isn't going to get better. You a pussy, Rich Holmes.